A fuming dad has slammed Jet2 after a string of flight disruptions meant his family was flown only halfway to their holiday destination before being turned. Mark Halling, from Edinburgh, was initially frustrated that his family had lost 2 days of their dream holiday in Madeira and had gotten trapped in Tenerife amid the travel chaos. But this wasn't the end of the complications. Mark and his family, along with their fellow passengers, wound up being flown back to Edinburgh from Tenerife due to weather conditions in Funchal, following more than 2 days of travel. The family had been due to fly from Edinburgh to Madeira on Monday morning, but an initial delay of 1 day was placed on his flight, meaning it was rescheduled on Tuesday, Edinburgh Live reported. After arriving at the airport on Tuesday morning for the flight, the passengers on board were greeted with another issue, as the plane could not land at its destination in Madeira, Portugal, due to weather-related issues. After arriving at the airport on Tuesday morning for the flight, the passengers were told the plane could not land at its destination in Madeira due to bad. Instead, the flight landed in Tenerife on Tuesday afternoon and passengers are still awaiting instructions and an update on when they will eventually make it to their destination, a day later. Mark took to Twitter to complain about the situation to Jet2, saying, "Okay, it's time to take us home." In a second tweet, Mark said, "So it's been 2.5 days since we left home and 2 full days of our 7-day holiday spent traveling. Hardly worth trying now. Perhaps we should be given the option of flying back to Edinburgh now." Mark also added a photo of the amount of people on the same flight that were awaiting news. Speaking to Edinburgh Live, he added, "On Sunday evening they told us the flight was delayed by 1 day. That left Tuesday morning but couldn't land in Madeira due to weather problems. After holding we were diverted to Tenerife, sat there for 2.5 hours then into the airport where we queued to be allocated to hotels, and our family group was initially divided between 2. The plane full of passengers never made it to Madeira." Image, Jet2, Airbus. To be fair, that was the only time we had unpleasant Jet2 staff. We left the hotel at 8 a.m. to come to the airport for 11 a.m. flight. Started boarding in. Some of the groups went through, goodness knows where they are now, then postponed again and awaiting update. Still waiting. Quite a few folk are thinking we should give up and be taken home. John is traveling with his wife and daughter and they only booked a week's holiday in Madeira, meaning 2 days have already been consumed by delays in. John also noted that his daughter is due back at university on Tuesday, so any extension to the holiday would be a viable option. He added, "It's more than 2 days lost. We should have had Monday afternoon, all of yesterday and all of today in Madeira. Even if we do try again we're unlikely to be at our hotel before it gets dark and I am not optimistic that we'll be able to leave here today." Jet2 have commented on the issue and given an update, saying that due to reasons that were out of their control, passengers on the flight were eventually flown back to the UK last night, on February 23. Most read. Vladimir Putin appears to threaten nuclear attack against West in chilling TV address. Russian forces seize Chernobyl nuclear power plant after battle with Ukraine forces. "I am so embarrassed by what my dad named our dog. Walks in the park are very awkward." A spokesperson said, due to adverse weather conditions that have been affecting Funchal and the surrounding area since Monday, flight LS 735 from Edinburgh to Funchal was diverted to Tenerife Airport. "Our teams have been working hard to arrange accommodation and refreshments for customers affected by this unforeseen delay, as well as trying everything possible to get everyone to their intended destination as soon as possible. Unfortunately, as weather conditions in Funchal showed no sign of improving, we made the difficult decision to fly customers back to the UK yesterday evening, and all affected customers will receive a full refund. We would like to apologize for any inconvenience caused by these extraordinary circumstances, which were completely beyond our control." Read more. Queen postpones engagements for second time this week following COVID diagnosis. Read more. Mum, 75, found dead in piles of rubbish in kitchen after going missing 2 years ago.